Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, get the Sunday magic. It's not a game, it's not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic.
I'm the best, I'm the best,
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Our first carry for the second-year man, it's Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. It'll go as a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd and 3. Well, there you go, Charles, his first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way, because we expect bigger things from him going forward, but take care of the small stuff first.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw, Pickett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. Here's Austin. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there, not letting that interception lead the points. Excellent job by them defensively. Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Williams to return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Austin. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
11, MT, hey.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's run down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go, here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mixing up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
11 coming. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Pickett sets up play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Pickett back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Pickett right back to the air again. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here we go.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
3 yards remain for second down. Burrow going to keep it running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football.
Here we go.
Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now Pickett. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Taylor now returning it. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. A win would be their first of the young season. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch.
149 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Mixon will try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist, big